All right, man, we are on day number 3 of gay attachment styles. Yes, do your fingers like this with me, okay? Gay attachment styles. We have already dove in. I gave you the high level overview, and today we're going to maybe we're going to exploit and explore the avoidant attachment style. I'm going to look at my notes here because I think we've covered, yes, we did fearful. We went over the whole thing, but we already did fearful avoidance. So let's talk about straight up avoidant. This means, well, you just avoid everything. You create a lot of emotional distance in your relationships. You have difficulty stepping up and stepping into trust. Oftentimes you let your independence overtake everything and you can't connect. And I know there's a lot of things to cover, right? But when you think about avoiding, maybe you don't want to have the tough conversations. Maybe you don't want to let anybody else into what's going on in your world. These are things that can create those, what I call the emotional Grand Canyons in your life. Not only with your partner, husband, boyfriend, whatever it might be, but even with friends. You really want to be independent, but sometimes that independence causes you, well, the easiest way to say it is causes you to become really uncomfortable with closeness. And when you're in that space, well, guess what? Intimacy goes out the door and suddenly it's like, call the cavalry, it's time to retreat. Yes, you retreat from relationships. Most of the time it comes from trust issues. That's not the only reason, but a lot of times it's trust. Maybe in the past you've had trouble trusting people. Maybe it was in your coming out. Maybe it's in a relationship you've had. Maybe it's even been in friendships or work relationships. But what happens is as soon as you open that door to trust, it becomes really risky business for you. Yes, go ahead. Slide across the room in your little tighty-whities like Tom Cruise, like him or not, and realize that trust is the thing that's driving much of this. You tend to lock up your thoughts, your feelings, and lock it up and throw away the key. And then you wonder why you're avoiding. And people can see this pretty easily. The third piece is that, you're so independent you can't connect. I'm not going to say it's all about being 100% Ralph. Again, words are hard here, boys. Self-reliant. It's nothing wrong with that. I think self-reliance is a beautiful thing. But if you become too self-reliant and you have so many boundaries and blocks up, people can't get in. And you put off this air of, I don't need anyone. So if this sounds familiar to you, what can you do today to start opening the door and quit being so avoidant? Comment, let me know if you need some help. Have a good day.